Hello friends and family from around the world, this is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on January 6th, 2022. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and welcome to the Daily D.E.W, giving you a space weather update as well, earthquakes and volcanoes, world weather. Having a look first at our sun, 304 angstroms. Most of the activity is on the back side of the sun and as well cresting into earth facing. We also have an Earth-facing coronal hole to talk about. No major space weather events have been thwarted our way. They have been in the outgoing position. Looking at the last 48 hours incoming, small plasma tornado erecting from the right-hand side there, and two pretty active sunspots coming in on the southern region of the sun. Looking at the last 48 hours outgoing, yesterday we did have an outgoing CME, and today we had another one. Backside and not in a north-facing direction. Having a quick look here at a little event that happened in the last few images. Watch for this small flash. Looking at multi-spectrum, showing the active sunspots, coronal holes, and as well wavelengths. Looking at 171 angstroms here, and you can see that black region is the Earth-facing coronal hole, and that's pretty much the only activity that we will be expecting to our planet in the next 24 to 36 hours. Having a look at ISWA space prediction, you can see on the left-hand side there, a CME shot away from the back of the sun towards the Parker Solar Probe. Right now we have a Venus in retrograde with our planet. Looking at LASCO 2 and 3, you can see Venus on the right-hand side coming into the LASCO view. Very bright Venus retrograde. Having a look at a real-time solar wind, we're sitting at about 450 kilometers per second, as we did see some space weather affecting us as our solar wind speeds were jacked up to about 525 kilometers per second. Very jagged cosmic particle as well. Looking at solar X-ray flux, slightly elevated just under C-class. Geomagnetic activity remains low. Schumann resonance for today is a power of 7. Quality of 9.1, amplitude of 7. Having a look here at the last 24 hours for earthquakes, as it has been pretty busy with this retrograde, as I talked about in today's video. Planetary positioning and volcanic activity. Large 6.1 in Corinto, Nicaragua at a 21 kilometer depth, and that occurred about 5 to 6 hours ago. Here at January 6th as well, 4.6 Mexico. Virgin Islands seeing a 3.7 there. Activity has ceased through Puerto Rico and as well through New Madrid. No major or notable earthquakes, although we did have quite a few earthquakes rumbling across the Pacific Northwest, Mena, Nevada, and up into Petrolia, California. 4.8 there, Mena, and 4.6 in Petrolia. There was a small swarm through the region, saw about 60 minor earthquakes in Petrolia. Minor activity continues. Pahala, 3.3, largest reported today. Alaska seeing a lot of small rumbles, not being reported here, under 2.7. Looking at a 4.3 here in Russia, at a 598 kilometer depth, as well a 4.8 in Nago, Japan, 41 kilometer depth. As well, King Kong, Indonesia, 4.6. 4.8 here in Biak, Indonesia, 45 kilometer depth. And activity through Papua New Guinea today, 5.0, 4.8, and a 4.8. Kokopo, Papua New Guinea. And Fiji Islands, south of the Fiji Islands, 4.7 there, 198 kilometer depth. Carry on here around the world. There's also A 4.2 reported yesterday in Narragain, Australia. That's the southeast region of the continent. Activity quiet through the Indian Plate and over into Africa, although they reported a 4.8 there, Somalia. And as well, a notable 5.3 here, South Sandwich Islands, just south of the Michael volcano, and 5.7 here, Southern Pacific Ocean, 10-kilometer depth. Quick browse at the last 7 days for earthquakes across the planet. All of the red are 4.0 and greater earthquakes. Pretty quiet through Central and South America. Lots of activity through Southwest and Northwest, a ring of fire right now. Deep earthquakes continuing. So heads up, stay safe, prepared, and aware. Having a look here at the Pacific Disaster Center, showing most recent satellite imagery, and as well posting the most recent volcanoes getting updated. Starting here, Sabancaya with Peru, Swiss Najima, Japan, Era in Japan, Santa Maria, Guatemala, Reventador in Ecuador, a couple avalanches to report, Nevadas de Ruiz, Colombia, Sangay in Ecuador, Fuego, Guatemala, Nevadas de Chile in Colombia. Extreme cold warnings right across Canada. Looking at Sheveluch, Russia. As well, Semeru, Indonesia. So that's about a dozen volcanoes getting updated just today. And as you know, we do have 46 that are active and erupting across the planet. Having a look at the large system in the Atlantic Ocean right now, battering parts of Iceland and Greenland, where forecasted almost 4 meters of snow is expected to fall along the coastlines of Greenland. Next system is ramping up the northeastern seaboard towards that to add a little bit more. Overlooking the Pacific, some very large surface lows that are gathering under a large upper level low. Forecast here showing a massive low pressure across the Pacific Ocean. Other than that, we have no cyclones to talk about, no tropical storms, and no major extreme weather events expected. Heavy snowfall through Nepal. That's about it. Having a look here, the 5-day forecast brought to you by Meteor-Earth and as well daily events worldwide. We're going to start out here in Ontario, home base for now, as we've got a temperature swing happening over the next couple days. It's going to be going up to 5 degrees Celsius and then back down to minus 12 in the long range. High pressure ridge moving in. Polar vortex stretching southward as far south as Georgia and Florida in the long range forecast here. Looking at the eastern seaboard, you can see a cold system has dropped snow through Nashville and northeastward along the coastline. Watch for heavy snowfall amounts through Maine and New England over the next couple days, and as well this system racing up towards the Atlantic could bring some heavy snowfall and storm conditions to Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. Overlooking west, you can see here Calgary has the Chinook moving in later in the week for Tuesday, Wednesday. Some very above seasonal temperatures as that high pressure ridge moves away. And then this is what I was talking about earlier, all of these surface low pressure systems spinning across the Pacific Ocean right now. Look at that. This thing is just getting out of hand. All right, well, let's carry on here. Overlooking Europe. Large low pressure system affecting parts of eastern and central. Other than that, you've got a high pressure ridge building in for Monday, Tuesday. It's going to dry things out. And then low pressure here through the Mediterranean. It's going to slowly grind through and make its way eastward into Turkey. Overlooking Russia, Southeast Asia. Pretty big system coming out of China this week. Possible heavy snow falls through Japan. overlooking Indonesia, Malaysia. No major weather systems affecting you except for daily evaporation rains. And then overlooking Australia, you've got extreme heat conditions moving in this week, and as well, tropical system coming just out of south of Papua New Guinea, most likely affecting New South Wales, northeastern parts of Australia. As well, another cyclone here developing over Fiji. Looks like it's going to be spinning here for the next 4 to 5 days between New Caledonia and Fiji. Interesting system there. Boy, oh boy. These forecasts are just getting stranger and stranger. Having a look at South America. No major weather events affecting you this week. Still just this long line of moisture heading through Brazil and the border with Argentina. Same with Africa. No major weather conditions to report, nor changes since last update. I'm going to leave you here looking at the southern hemisphere versus the northern, pointing out the major systems that are affecting our planet right now. Much love to everybody for watching. Thank you so much. Don't forget to smash that like button, share with your friends and family. Stay aware and prepared, stay young and have fun, and get your daily due. Bye-bye now. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.